Good evening. All right, hey, today, I want to talk about sound. Now, when I first started doing video and pictures, I would get these bands, and I do a thing called a one take. And what that is that there's no cutting away. They sing the song, I hover around them, one take. No do-overs, no cuts, no jump cuts, no J cuts, just one take. So generally what I'd do is I'd get a bus at night, because for some reason I like buses. And we would go on it. They'd sing a song, and then I would just shoot it on the bus. Wouldn't be anybody on the bus driver. You got a little bit of the bus noise, but what really bugged me is there wasn't enough noise, enough background noise, not to make it sound organic. So I ended up going back, and all I did was I took this is my Roland RO5, which isn't made anymore. Awesome recorder. And these are my Roland binaural earbuds. So what I would do is I would go during the day. Actually, I'd go in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. Ride on the bus for about 15 minutes. Drop these in, and just sit back and record the ambient sound. People getting on, rolling suitcases, throwing backpacks down, a little bit of chatter. And I could turn that down in the back of the one take, so it sounded like the bus was full when they were singing. That sparked a little bit of interest. Somebody goes, hey, I would like to use some of that audio, and you should make a library of this. And I go, So I checked around, and I checked around, started building a library, SoundCloud, and a couple other ones. And I would go back and ride the bus at night. Then I started taking just with this cheap little setup, and I would record the bus coming in, and I'd wait for the next one, and I'd get it coming up. So it's kind of a thing. Now, because of my career, it allows my wife and I to travel. So I started doing this, making that library bigger and bigger. We'd go to New Orleans. I bought a 3-day bus pass. We'd ride the bus from the hotel to the French Quarter. I would sit on there. There were people coming in, different conversations. At night, we'd ride back. At night, jump off every once in a while at the stop. Well, not jump off, but when the bus would pull up, I'd record it. Bus would pull away, I'd record it. The whole point of this conversation is that if you want to build audio libraries, there's so much you can do. You got to think outside the box. With the bus, filmmakers, independent filmmakers, are always looking for something. It costs a lot to reproduce that with an engineer. But if I can go out and get the real thing, and I sell my libraries for like $10. So for my bus library, it's $10, and they get buses in New Orleans, Florida, California, Ireland, Canada, Hawaii. But I took it one step further, and like I said, really open up and think about this, especially with ASMR. Hotels. The lobby in the hotel. Now, somebody might be doing an independent film, and it might be in a hotel lobby. There might be, a hotel lobby scene. But a hotel lobby at the Holiday Inn sounds a lot different than the hotel lobby at the Waldorf Astoria. or the Continental. Again, during the winter, these all sound different too. So that's where I want you to start thinking. Start thinking about what, just think. Let's pick something silly, okay? Let's say you wanted to build an audio library on toilets flushing. I know, kind of gross, but you hear them in movies. Well, think of how many different kinds of toilets there are. And they all sound different. Think of how many, like the bathroom ambience and everything. I mean, remember, it's fictitious. This is silly. But just think, a big toilet sounds different than a little toilet. And a toilet at a Holiday Inn might sound different than using a toilet at the flushing at the Continental. Restaurants. I went to restaurants, and I just took this little recorder and those mics, and I put them in there at the Palace in New Orleans. And I just sat there and I said, I told my wife, I said, just give me 5 minutes. And I get the people coming in, I get a little bit of conversation, and I know the show that is in. I've heard it already in a show. Did a little project for Netflix a couple years ago, and I went to a bazaar, a food bazaar, or a bazaar by Dublin, and I just walked through the bazaar, the little fair thing, and I just recorded the homage just with that simple thing. They're in my ears. I'm not getting a lot of attention. I'm just there stealthy, kind of just, I think I'm listening to music, and I'm recording it all. There are filmmakers out there that'll buy that, especially if it's like $10. You really have to think about what's going on and the benefits for even doing something this simple. Okay, my film libraries, I make between $6,000 and $10,000 a year. That's not a lot, but there's a hidden benefit to it. Like I said before, my wife and I travel. Okay, I've got an audio library of the King's Head in Galway in Ireland, Dirty Nellies in Ireland. These are bars that are 400 years old, and I've got ambient recordings of me in the bar, 5 minutes long, just everything going on. There are people out there that'll buy this. The more important thing is, I've got a whole library on the Temple Bar in Ireland. That's a huge bar. The whole point is that in order for me to sell a library of the Temple Bar in Ireland, I had to be in Ireland. Understand? I had to be in Ireland to get that Temple Bar library, the Buses library, any other library I wanted to do. Remember, I'm there shooting clips for video clips too, which I sell stock. But the key point is that when you create, even on YouTube, this is a business. So, with this being a business, for me to sell that library of King's Head, I had to be at King's Head. That's a cost. That's deductible. See what I'm saying? So even though I made $10,000 through the year, I spent way more money than that getting them, but it's deductible. So even though we had vacation, and as long as you don't go crazy and buy like a $900 dinner or something, it's fine. Just food for thought. Don't take my word for it. Check with your tax dude, or find out if that's okay where you're at. My tax guy's great. Now,